Swollen feet aren't always just a part of getting older. Sometimes the socks you wear are quietly making the problem worse. In this countdown, we will reveal 5 types of socks that can cut off circulation, trap fluid, and leave your legs at risk, plus 2 safer kinds that doctors actually recommend for people over 60. If you have ever noticed a red ring around your ankle after taking off your dress socks, or wondered if synthetic materials are causing more swelling, this list is for you. Let's start by looking at the most common sock that cuts off blood flow, the tight elastic dress sock. Number 1. Tight elastic dress socks are the most common culprit behind sock-related circulation problems in people over 60. These socks grip the ankle with a strong band of elastic, often leaving a visible red ring when you take them off at the end of the day. That red ring is more than just a mark. It is a warning sign that the sock has pressed into the skin hard enough to restrict blood flow. For seniors, thinner skin and less protective tissue around the ankle mean this pressure hits even harder. When blood cannot move freely past the sock cuff, fluid starts to pool below the ankle, leading to swelling that gets worse as the day goes on. Some people notice their legs feel heavy or achy by evening, without realizing their socks are quietly trapping fluid. The red ring test is simple. If you see a clear indentation or line after removing your socks, it means the cuff is too tight for safe daily wear. This is not just about comfort. Over time, repeated pressure can damage delicate skin, increase the risk of sores, and make it harder for wounds to heal. Seniors are especially vulnerable, as even mild restriction can disrupt circulation in legs already prone to swelling or poor blood flow. Unlike compression socks designed to apply controlled, graduated pressure, tight dress socks focus all their force in a narrow band at the ankle, creating a choke point. That is why doctors warn against any sock that leaves a lasting mark. If you spot a red ring, switch to non-binding, loose-topped socks immediately. Recognizing this visible sign is the first step to protecting your feet and preventing swelling from getting worse. Number 2. The wrong compression level is a hidden hazard for anyone over 60 dealing with swollen feet. Not all compression is helpful. When the pressure is too high or the sock is not fitted correctly, it can actually cut off blood flow instead of improving it. Medical compression socks are measured in millimeters of mercury and are divided into classes for a reason. Class 2 socks deliver about 30 to 35 millimeters of mercury at the ankle, while Class 3 can reach over 40 millimeters of mercury. These numbers matter. A sock that is too tight or the wrong size can press down on arteries and veins, making swelling worse and risking serious circulation problems, especially for people with diabetes or peripheral artery disease. Oversized or non-graduated socks, those that squeeze equally from ankle to calf, do not help move fluid upward. Instead, they can trap blood and fluid in the lower leg, leading to more swelling and even numbness or tingling. Unlike visible red rings from tight dress socks, mistakes with compression level are not always obvious. You might not see a mark, but you could feel pins and needles, cold toes, or even have wounds that do not heal. That is why doctors insist, never buy compression socks off the shelf or guess your size. The right pair should be professionally measured, matched to your medical needs, and always prescribed by a healthcare provider. Compression is a powerful tool when used correctly, but the wrong pressure can do real harm. If you are considering compression socks for swelling, make your first step a visit to your doctor. Only a professional can determine if you need Class 1, 2, or 3, and ensure you get a fit that supports, not cuts off, your circulation. Number 3. Nylon and synthetic socks are a hidden risk for anyone over 60 with swollen feet. These socks are made from fibers like nylon, polyester, or acrylic, which do not allow air to circulate freely around the foot. Instead of letting heat and moisture escape, synthetic materials trap both against the skin. When feet get warm inside these socks, blood vessels in the legs naturally widen, a process called vasodilation. For seniors, this extra warmth can make swelling worse by allowing more fluid to leak into surrounding tissues. Damp, sweaty feet are not just uncomfortable, they create the perfect environment for fungus and bacteria to thrive. In fact, about 30% of seniors live with diabetes, and for them, even mild dampness can raise the risk of ulcers or infections that go unnoticed until they become serious. Synthetic socks also dry slowly, so once moisture builds up, it lingers, softening the skin and making it more likely to break down. This is especially dangerous for people with reduced feeling in their feet, who may not notice a problem until it is too late. Natural fibers like cotton or bamboo, on the other hand, pull moisture away from the skin and allow heat to escape, keeping feet cooler and drier throughout the day. After age 60, the rule is simple: natural fibers only. If you check the label and see nylon, polyester, or acrylic at the top, it is time to switch. Prioritizing breathable socks is one of the easiest ways to protect your feet, prevent swelling, and reduce your risk of skin problems and infections. Number 4. Ankle socks pose a hidden risk for anyone over 60 with swollen feet. Unlike longer socks, ankle socks end right at the bony part of the ankle, the malleolus, where there is little natural padding to protect sensitive skin. The short hem of an ankle sock can dig in as you walk or sit, focusing pressure on this small area with every step. For seniors, thinning skin and reduced fat pads mean there is even less cushion between the sock and bone. Over time, constant rubbing or bunching of fabric at this spot can create small sores, especially if the sock slides down and wrinkles up. These wounds often go unnoticed, particularly in people with neuropathy who may not feel pain or irritation. What starts as a minor rub can quickly become a red spot, then a blister, and eventually a slow-healing ulcer. Unlike tight elastic dress socks that squeeze all the way around the ankle, the damage from ankle socks is concentrated. One small spot, but a big problem if left unchecked. Seniors with diabetes or poor circulation are especially at risk, as even a tiny wound can spiral into a serious infection. The safest move after age 60 is to switch to at least crew-length socks, which clear the ankle bone and distribute pressure higher up the leg where there is more natural padding. If you notice red marks, sore spots, or any irritation right at the ankle bone, it is time to inspect your socks and make the change. Crew length or higher gives better protection, reduces pressure points, and helps prevent the kind of unnoticed injuries that can start small but end up causing real trouble. Number 5. Worn-out socks are a hidden threat for anyone over 60 dealing with swollen feet. Over time, every pair of socks loses its stretch and padding. Elastic fibers break down with each wash, so what started as a snug, supportive sock turns into loose fabric that bunches and shifts around your foot. This bunching creates folds and wrinkles, which act like tiny ropes pressing into the skin, especially at the ankle and underfoot. For seniors, foot padding naturally thins with age, leaving bones and nerves closer to the surface. When socks lose their cushioning, there is nothing left to protect these sensitive areas from pressure and friction. Thin, worn fabric means every step puts more force on a smaller spot, raising the risk of calluses, blisters, or even open wounds that can go unnoticed, especially in people with reduced feeling in their feet. A simple way to check if your socks are too thin is the light test. Hold your sock up to a lamp or window. If you can easily see light passing through, it has lost its protective cushion and is overdue for replacement. Worn elastic also means the sock will not stay in place, leading to bunching at the toes or heel and creating new pressure points with every movement. Experts recommend replacing socks every 3 to 6 months, no matter how good they look on the outside. Fresh socks provide the gentle support and full cushioning your feet need, helping to prevent swelling, skin breakdown, and pressure injuries. Keeping a regular replacement habit is one of the simplest ways to protect your feet and avoid circulation problems before they start. Number 6. Bamboo and cotton diabetic socks offer a simple, immediate fix for anyone worried about swelling and circulation problems after 60. Unlike ordinary socks that squeeze or trap heat, these are designed from the ground up to protect sensitive feet. The first thing you notice is the non-binding top. Instead of gripping tightly at the ankle, it sits gently against the skin, leaving no red ring and allowing blood to move freely. This single feature makes a big difference for seniors, especially those with fragile skin or thinning tissue. Moisture management is another key advantage. Bamboo fibers have a natural ability to wick moisture away from the skin, 3 times better than cotton according to lab tests. That means your feet stay drier, reducing the risk of fungal infections and the clammy discomfort that often leads to swelling. On top of that, bamboo is naturally antibacterial, with some studies showing it can cut odor-causing bacteria by up to 99%. For seniors with diabetes or poor circulation, keeping feet dry and clean is critical to preventing sores and ulcers that can go unnoticed until they become serious. Most diabetic socks also feature a seamless toe and a cushioned sole. The seamless design removes the risk of rubbing or pressure points that can break down skin, while the extra padding underfoot protects thinning fat pads and bony areas. This helps distribute pressure evenly, making every step safer and more comfortable. Unlike synthetics, which can trap heat and moisture, bamboo and cotton blends let air circulate, keeping feet cool even on warm days or during long periods of sitting. These socks are widely available and affordable, usually priced between $15 and $30 per pair. They are not just for people with diabetes. Anyone over 60 can benefit from the gentle support and moisture control they provide. Doctors and nurses often choose these socks for their own long shifts, valuing the comfort and protection they offer. For most people, making the switch is the easiest change you can make today to prevent swelling, avoid red marks, and keep your feet healthy. If you are still wearing tight, synthetic, or worn-out socks, replacing them with bamboo or cotton diabetic socks is a smart first step. No prescription is needed, just a quick order online or a visit to your local pharmacy. Number 7. Doctor-prescribed graduated compression socks are the most advanced tool for tackling stubborn swelling in the feet and lower legs after age 60. These are not the same as over-the-counter compression socks you might find at the pharmacy. Graduated compression works differently. Graduated compression means the fabric is engineered to apply the firmest pressure at the ankle and then gradually ease off as it moves up toward the knee. This pressure gradient moves blood and fluid back up the leg, helping to prevent pooling that causes swelling and a heavy feeling by the end of the day. Gradient is the key idea. What sets these socks apart is the need for a professional fitting and a prescription. A doctor or vascular specialist measures your legs at several points, ankle, calf, and sometimes thigh, to ensure the sock matches your exact shape and medical needs. Getting the right fit is crucial. If the sock is too tight, it can cut off circulation and make things worse. Too loose, and it will not do anything at all. Only a trained clinician can decide if you need compression in the first place and what level, measured in millimeters of mercury, is safe for your condition. FIT matters. Timing is everything with graduated compression. Doctors recommend putting these socks on first thing in the morning, before you even get out of bed. That is when swelling is at its lowest and gravity has not yet pulled fluid down into your legs. Once the socks are on, they help keep blood moving upward all day, fighting the effects of sitting, standing, or simply being on your feet for hours. Trying to put them on after swelling has started can be difficult and much less effective. Morning is best. The cost for a pair of doctor-prescribed graduated compression socks typically ranges from $20 to $60 depending on the level of compression and the quality of the material. While that is more than a standard pair of socks, they are a medical device built to last, washable, and designed to deliver precise therapeutic pressure. For many seniors, insurance may partially cover the cost if prescribed for a diagnosed medical condition like chronic venous insufficiency or lymphedema. Graduated compression socks are the gold standard for managing serious, persistent swelling, but they demand a commitment to daily wear and careful maintenance. They are not a quick fix and are only recommended when simpler solutions, like switching to bamboo and cotton diabetic socks, are not enough. Always consult your doctor before starting compression therapy, and never buy high-pressure socks off the shelf without a proper fitting. Used correctly, these socks can make a dramatic difference, reducing swelling, improving comfort, and protecting your feet and legs from long-term damage. Always follow your clinician's guidance. Across all 7 entries, one truth stands out. Your sock choice directly shapes your circulation, swelling, and comfort after 60. The simple red ring check is this: if socks leave a mark, it's time to switch. That small step can protect your legs and your health. Socks aren't just clothing, they are daily medical decisions. Order bamboo socks this week, consult your doctor about compression, and subscribe for more practical health tips. Tell us about your experience in the comments.